You came back! Oh, good. You didn't call, so I wasn't sure if you liked me or... By the way, since we've been visiting Blender.org so much, let me explain a little bit more about the organization that hosts the website and continues to develop Blender, the Blender Foundation. In their own words, the Blender Foundation is an independent, non-profit, public benefit corporation. The core of the foundation is for developers that add features, offer support, and fix bugs among other tasks. The foundation also raises money and sponsors events related to Blender. Sometimes the foundation is confused with the Blender Institute, but these aren't the same thing. The Institute is basically an animation studio that builds the open movies and shorts, like the recent Cosmos Laundromat and Caminandes series. They both work from the same office space in Amsterdam, so the confusion makes sense. And now it's time to move on to part 3, running Blender.
Running Blender is an unimaginably complex operation. It involves clicking twice in rapid succession on the icon. But really, this part is about explaining what you see when you run Blender and what it all means. So let's talk about the biggest area, which is called the splash screen. The splash screen contains version information, an image banner, links, recent files, and an interaction preset menu. Some of these need no explanation, but let's touch on this other stuff. At the top, apart from the version number, you have the date this version was built and a hash value. This value allows you to search online and see exactly which developer built the version and what changes were added. Below, we have the splash screen image, and it changes with every new release. It's chosen by the Blender Foundation from submissions by the Blender community. You can change it to your own image if you like, but there are a couple steps involved, and I just put my Stairmaster in the garage. What I'm saying is, figure it out yourself. The interaction menu is a drop-down, and it lets you mimic the keyboard shortcuts of other popular programs. This is helpful for people transitioning to Blender from those other evil applications owned by Autodesk. Finally, Recover Last Session will load the last file you quit out of without saving. But FYI, it doesn't load files from when Blender crashed, or if you open a new file without saving your current one. If you don't need any of that stuff, just click the image or outside of the splash screen to start with a new file. Now, try not to feel overwhelmed at all the visible controls and buttons and text at this point. Actually, one of the design principles of Blender development is to make things easy to use before making it easy to learn. So most of the tools and things you'll use often are visible and just a click away, even if it makes things confusing for the beginner. But that's why you have me. Wow, so this is Blender, eh? Let's quit. As with most programs, to quit, just click the X on the window or through the File menu.
Good news! The next challenge will feature 100% less treadmills than the exercise you just saw. Your task: run and quit Blender. You'll need to find the Blender application, open it, start a new file, and then close the program. Yes, it is simple. Yes, a hamster could do it. But it is important, and we're almost through the motions, so just play along. Complete the challenge and go to the next part.